For Halloween, I decided to look at the most violent retro game series I could remember, step into the blood-curdling world of Splatterhouse, and stay with us to unravel a saga of terror that redefined horror in retro gaming. Today, we're unmasking a saga of terror and gore that has left an indelible mark on the realm of retro gaming, the Splatterhouse series. With a legacy soaked in blood and a narrative wrapped in horror, the Splatterhouse series on the Sega Megadrive invites players into a nightmarish world where fear reigns supreme. Are you ready to step into the macabre madness of the West Mansion and confront the face of fear itself? Let's unearth the violent chronicles of Splatterhouse and unveil what makes it a hallmark of horror in retro gaming. The Splatterhouse series emerged in the late 80s and early 90s, pushing the envelope of horror and gore in the gaming world. Its gruesome narrative and grotesque imagery set a new standard for terror in video games, leaving a legacy of fear and fascination. The series boasted a unique blend of beat-em-up action and a horror movie atmosphere, making it a standout title in the Mega Drive's library. The gory visuals, coupled with a harrowing narrative, made it a hallmark in the horror gaming genre. The stark contrast it presented compared to other titles at the time showcased the potential for horror in video gaming, paving the way for many terrifying titles we see today. Our protagonist, Rick, dons the cursed terror mask and embarks on a nightmarish quest to rescue his beloved Jennifer from the clutches of unspeakable evil. But as he delves deeper into the West Mansion's dark secrets, he finds himself fighting against a horde of ghastly creatures and the ominous force that controls them. Each entry in the series unfolds more of his horrifying tale, dragging players deeper into his macabre narrative. Rick's journey becomes increasingly sinister as he uncovers the dark past of the Terror Mask and the malevolent entities residing within the mansion. The personal stakes for Rick and the horrifying reality of what he must face add a layer of dread and urgency to the narrative that enthralls players. The game's visceral combat, eerie atmosphere, and haunting soundtrack create a spine-chilling gaming experience that resonates with horror enthusiasts even today. The design of grotesque enemies, coupled with the gore-filled combat mechanics, offer a truly harrowing gameplay experience. The eerie sound design and the chilling visual aesthetics contribute to the haunting atmosphere that Splatterhouse is celebrated for. The combat is brutal and unforgiving, each strike delivering a satisfying yet gruesome impact. The detailed gore and the relentless enemies add to the terror, making every encounter a fight for survival. The harrowing visuals paired with the grim ambience make the Splatterhouse series a quintessential horror gaming experience. With all of this being said, let's now have a look at the games we're talking about. The first game I'll show visuals from the arcade, which is the version I probably remember the most. Following this, we'll be looking at the Mega Drive visuals. The original Splatterhouse game was released in 1988 and set the foundation for the series with its crude yet impactful pixelated gore and relentless action. This wasn't released on the Mega Drive, so my experience with this game was in the arcades. As Rick battles through hordes of grotesque creatures, players were treated to a level of brutality and horror that was unprecedented at the time. The eerie ambience, the unsettling enemy designs, and the brutal combat mechanics made Splatterhouse a game that left a lasting impression on those who dared to play it. The game's challenge level, paired with its terrifying visuals, made it an adrenaline-pumping experience. The unrelenting foes and the game's ability to create a sense of dread with its dark atmosphere were its hallmarks. It was a journey of terror, as every corner turned revealed another horror waiting to pounce. For whatever reason, the most memorable scene in this game for me was watching other kids play, at the part where an entire room tried to kill you. The thought of fighting a poltergeist back then was terrifying, and I will never forget this scene. Splatterhouse 2 released 4 years later in 1992 and took the gore and horror to new heights on the Megadrive. With improved graphics from the first home port and more detailed gore, the sequel continued the harrowing tale of Rick's quest to save Jennifer. The enhanced visuals and audio created a more immersive and terrifying experience as players faced off against even more grotesque and menacing foes. The sequel built upon the horror foundations laid by the original, delivering a more refined yet equally terrifying experience. The game further explored the dark narrative, immersing players in a tale of love, loss, and the fight against unspeakable evil. The horror was amplified, and the addition of new monstrous foes and the continuation of the grim tale that kept players on the edge of their seats. Splatterhouse 3, releasing just a year later, brought a new dimension to the horror, with its improved narrative and gameplay mechanics. The addition of a time mechanic added a layer of urgency to Rick's quest, as players raced against the clock to save his family. The improved graphics showcased more detailed gore and horrific enemy designs, making it the most visually impressive entry in the series. The evolution of the narrative and the inclusion of multiple endings added depth to the story, making Splatterhouse 3 a fitting conclusion to the terrifying trilogy. The game's expansive mansion setting, filled with hidden horrors, made exploration a fearful delight. The addition of new combat moves and the ability to transform into a more powerful form added a new level of gameplay strategy, making it a compelling yet horrifying adventure. The Splatterhouse series is not only known for its horror elements. Its controversial history, from claims of bans due to its violent nature, to its unabashed marketing flaunting the horrifying theme, showcases how Splatterhouse leveraged fear as both a narrative and a marketing tool.
So, you want to know the story of Splatterhouse, the new horror video game for TurboGrafx 16? They say he stalks the old haunted mansion. They say he's looking for his girlfriend. They say his only weapon against the maggot-eaten ghouls who took her is a 2x4. And you say you want to play this game?
The series was both lauded and criticised for its violent content, making it a topic of discussion amongst gamers and critics alike. The bold marketing strategies, including the fake parental advisory warnings, showcased how the creators were unafraid to embrace the controversy surrounding the series. This audacious approach contributed to the series' notoriety and allure amongst gamers, cementing its place in the annals of horror gaming history. As we cut through the grotesque foes and delve into the dark lore, we can see the significant impact Splatterhouse had on the horror genre, paving the way for many spine-chilling titles we enjoy today. The series' unabashed approach to horror storytelling and brutal combat mechanics influenced many horror game developers, inspiring a new generation of horror video games. The Splatterhouse series proved that video games could deliver a horror experience akin to that of horror films, establishing a legacy that continues to influence the horror genre in gaming even today. Do you know of any games that are gorier or more bloodthirsty? Please comment your memories below. As we step back from the horrifying halls of the West Mansion, it's clear that the Splatterhouse series isn't merely a game. It's an exploration of terror, an ode to horror enthusiasts, and a brutal foray into a world where fear lingers in every corner. Its legacy in the horror genre of gaming is profound, having paved the way for numerous titles that dared to explore the macabre and the grotesque. The Splatterhouse series, with its bone-chilling narrative and ruthless combat, remains a timeless journey into the heart of horror, offering a grim yet thrilling adventure for those brave enough to face the darkness lurking within. Our expedition into the sinister saga of Splatterhouse unveils a story told in blood and terror, a story that has, indeed, carved its niche in the annals of gaming history as one of the most violent yet compelling narratives ever crafted. Like and subscribe to stay with me on my Halloween week for daily spooky videos. See you soon.